Okay, it's a Sunday morning. We're not braaiing yet. It's like 11, but we're braaiing alone, so we're gonna push that until 12, I think. I have this knife on Instagram, so if you follow me there, or if you don't, please go to Knife Stuff We Do and check out the photos on this thing and tell me if you've ever seen a knife like this. Anyway, we'll talk about this thing later. Do you see the piece of cork there? This thing tends to go down a bit, or it's not wiggly, but you have to hold it like this when you sharpen. So now if I put that there, I can just hold it like that. Not a big difference, but I find it easier. Anyway, normally okay, this knife has been quite abused, so it's got scratches everywhere, but I don't want to put more scratches on it. Anyway, so I put a piece of tape over there. I'm going to sharpen this thing, and you'll see this in upcoming videos. Today's going to be one of those Sunday videos where we don't talk about anything in particular. I'm just going to show you a few weird things and have a braai and those things. So, follow along if you want to. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next full knife video. Okay, so today we are rocking some Namibian charcoal. Okay, now I'm just waiting for that to catch. Okay, I've been pretty much reprofiling this thing because it was in rough shape. So yes, now we see a new 17, is that 17? Yes, 17-degree edge on here. I'm using normal mineral oil. My meat is waiting to be braaied, and I'm still working on this thing. Okay, so now I have an edge on here that I'm happy with. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, so yeah, so I have an edge on here now that I'm happy with. But the brass has been patinaed over time and there's scratches and stuff on the blade. So I'm going to take a piece of cloth and some brasso and just make all of this nice and shiny. Then I will take some of my mineral oil and rub the handle, and then I can put it away and have my braai, because I want to take this to a guy, a very local guy apparently, that can make knife sheaths. Now I don't know how good this guy is. Never used him, never saw any of his work really, but I know he's close, so I'll go to him and see what he can do for me. Okay, so I've oiled the handle, buffed out all the brass. The blade is as good as it's gonna get. It still says Bossy, B-A, can you see that? Focus. Doesn't want to focus. There, B-A-S-I-E on it. If you know this knife or who made this knife, it was in Vereeniging in South Africa, please let me know. Because like I said, this was, well, sorry, I said this on Instagram. This was a knife that my father, look at the fat palm. Okay, now it's got a few marks. Okay, you can't really see, but on the side, it's got a few marks falling and whatnot. Now, this knife, it never had a sheath. My father used to wrap it in a cloth and take it with him when we went hunting, because this thing, this trailing point, this knife, butchered quite a few bucks in its time. Okay. My father used to be, before he started working at the company where he worked for 34 years, after he came out of the army, he used to work as a butcher, okay, for many years. Anyway, so directly from the army, he became a butcher. He worked there for many years, and then, yeah, he started working at Nissan, the motor company. Anyway, and he was working there as a senior manager for like years and years and years. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. This knife was gifted to him from a guy from Vereeniging. Okay, and then it was his cousin. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, so the knife was gifted to him one day, but like I said, it's a knife from a custom maker that was selling his knives at the store. You know, like you bring a lot of knives, you say, see if you can sell this, whatever. But this was like 30 plus years ago. It was many years ago. Anyway, fantastic knife. And then, like, I don't know, 10 years, maybe a bit more ago, my father said, okay, you can have it. So he gave this thing to me. Now, I have not really used it. I've cut a piece of meat and I think I made a video or so about it. But if you know anything about this knife, look at it. It's a fantastic knife. It doesn't have super thick blade stock, but this trailing point and the slightly hollow grind, it works fantastic for meat. Finger grooves, it fits my hand perfectly. The pinch point, because it's quite thin at the top, this knife works beautifully for anything. This will work for slaughtering, for skinning, for anything. Okay, so if you know anything about a knife like this or this knife, please let me know. I'm gonna braai now because I'm done with this one. The only thing I'm gonna do with it now is take it to the guy that I said I don't know to make me a sheath for it. Okay. Okay, while I have you, this is the #1 Goblin that I won on a giveaway. Jordaan knives. Anyway, that one also needs a sheath, so I'm gonna try to do that. That's not what I want to show you. I want to show you this thing. This is my favorite pair of braai tongs. But the rivet that was in there broke. Can you see it? So I got a nail that fit in there. Now I just need to saw it off and pin it over, and then we can braai. I have new tongs, but yeah, fixing things, it's part of the process. Okay, I have my little assistant holding the camera. So pretty much I sawed that off and I'm just pin this in a circular fashion. I'm using a way too big hammer, but I don't really have smaller ball peen hammers because I tend to pin bigger things. That looks pretty good. Okay, the fire might be a little warm still, but we'll tune that now. Okay, so that's what that side looks like. That's the nail head side. Okay, it's nice. That thing is not that flush, but it works. And then the little thing at the back, if you press it, it opens. And if you pull it, sorry, I'm doing it one-handed, it stays closed. Fantastic. So now my wonderful favorite braai tongs are working like champs again. So we fixed that. Good job, me. Okay, so we are braaiing these things today, and I'm going to use my little classic carbon rough rider to free them from their package. This thing is super sharp. Well, I'm saying super sharp, but you don't need a knife to shave hair to cut things, and this thing works beautifully. I love this clip point shape. Okay, let's throw them on the fire. Oh, and by the way, I flushed everything, and now it flicks and clicks like a little dream. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, they're on the fire. My tongs are working like a house on fire. So, yes, it's braai time. Okay, so while I'm standing here, I'm playing with my new toy. Look at this thing. This is a nose whistle. You put your nose in there, your mouth in there, then you blow through your nose and you can play music. It will definitely not work if you have like sinus or flu, but otherwise, awesome. Let me just make sure there's nothing weird on there. Nose whistles. Who doesn't love those? And I'm just making fire with random, I don't know, brush that I cleared previously. This guy did a lot of work today, so we'll be cleaning that off. And that's me for Sunday. Stay safe, happy, and have a good one. Goodbye.